Good morning. The believer. There he is. The believer. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. McGarvey. Yes, thank you, Andrew. Let's get this party started. Are we ready to get this party started? Let's go, let's go. We got the Night Stars. We got the Night Stars. Hello, Josie. Good morning, everybody. Hammer! Adrian Ward, Fit Wakely, The Wheat Man, Desmond Cook, Rango! Boom! Thank you, Rango. You are the man. Sierra, thank you so much. Good morning. It is Saturday. Is the market open today? Isn't the market closed? Good morning, everybody. As we come upon a February coming to an end, think about that. February coming to an end already. 2 months out of the new year. Poof. Gone. Suzette. Hello, my Suzette. Yes. Let's get some Night Stars. Let's eliminate them right off the map. Night Stars, let's go. Hello, Fifth Element. DW, JJ. And as a trader, the more, when you start trading, time goes by even quicker because all you think about is trading. And you think about the next day to that next 9:30, to the next 9:30, but you got to sit back and enjoy life. But that's just the way we're programmed, everybody. Official KK, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning to you. Look at that beautiful camera. Beautiful new crisp camera. Look at that thing. Hello, CJ Crypto. Let's go, traders. We got the Night Stars. I don't want to have to tell you. Just go over there and eliminate them. Any new goal, just eliminate them one by one, okay? Good morning. I hope you all are doing well. My name is Voss. I've been doing this a very, very long time, okay? All we ask that you do is tap the screen, share the live, repost the live, donate if and when you can. You're going to learn a lot here. You're going to learn a tremendous amount in our VIP. And we are only here to help you become a better trader in the markets. Whatever you trade, options, equities, futures, Forex, crypto, doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. So yesterday we had some news. The news. The more you trade the news, the more you lose. Remember that. So right around 9, 10 o'clock area, you get that rip up on SPY. What happens here and what the problem is when trading the news is most bad traders, they chase it, okay? They chase the news. They see everything moving up. Oh, my God. They go into this panic of, I got to get in. Here's it is. This is where I'm going to become a gazillionaire. This is the moment I've been waiting for as a trader all my life. Here it comes, and wham, right back down it goes. You get in, you think the news is going to set you free, and wham, back to the downside you go. And now you are worse off than where you were before you saw that beautiful rip to the upside. How many people got caught in the news yesterday? You know how many people commented on my social media post? Voss, it got me. It got me. The news got me. I've been telling you guys this for a long time now. Don't trade the news, okay? You will lose. All right, traders? So what do we do after the news hits? You gotta wait about 5 to 10 minutes. You let it settle down, and then you trade your A plus setups. See, when we chase the news, what we do is we start becoming a trader that we're really not. What do I mean by that? We become that FOMO trader. But if we are FOMO traders, we are losing traders. How many of us in here, when we first started trading, we thought we were going to do good at this by chasing? By just when we see a bunch of green candles to the upside, we're going to get in and everything's going to be okay. Put me in the chat. I did. I'm putting my hands up. That was me, everybody. Okay? The more you trade the news, the more you lose. And then we keep doing that over and over. Rip up, we lose. We chase it, we lose. We chase it again, we lose. And we keep doing it like it's going to change. It's not going to change. So you went away from what we really are. And what we really are is we are just setup traders. So when the news hits, it screws our setups up. So we think now, oh my God, my setup's all screwed up. I got to chase this thing. No, you're going to wait 5 to 10 minutes and you're going to go back to trading your setups. You see, the majority of people are losing when they chase that news. They're losing, okay? You know they're losing. I know they're losing. They're losing. Because you see the violence back down. That violence back down. All right? And to be honest here, most of you that trade the news and you get in, it doesn't fill you where you thought it filled you because you're using these free brokers. So that's another problem. All that violence to the upside, you ain't getting in with a Weeble or a Think or Swim broker. You're not getting filled, okay? And then the violence coming back the other way, you ain't going to be able to get out. So what typically happens is this. You get that move to the upside, ready? The news, oh my God, here it goes. I'm in up here, okay? You enter, you bang on an order up there, but what happens, traders, is it fills you way up here. Now you have a bigger problem. You were wrong for entering here to begin with. Now it filled you, your free broker, way up here. So now you got even a bigger problem. And then right after that, wham, wham, wham. And then you have that little hope. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. Yes, yes. And then wham, back to the downside. And then the party's over. Okay? So that is what happens, traders. That is what happens. And majority of people yesterday ruined their accounts. Okay? So you have to be careful. You are a setup trader, nothing more, nothing less. Why do we want to be more than what we are? Why do you want to be this dramatically great trader that can trade every setup, you know it all, blah, 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 and you lose? Don't worry about that. Trading is a lonely game, folks. It is you in front of a screen trading against you. That's all you see here. This is you looking at that chart, trading against you. That's all. The setups won't change, my beautiful traders. The setups won't change. But you and how you react to the market changes. So that's why I always say it's you versus you. You are battling your own demons when you trade. Can you be disciplined? Can you hold back from FOMO? Can you be patient? Can you not be greedy? Can you get out when you say you're going to get out? That's what trading is. So until you can conquer the human element of who you are, you're stuck. And that's scary. That's very scary because you take a real deep look at that and you say to yourself, I can't control myself. And that's why traders get so depressed, okay? So remember, you do not trade the news. Now, my beautiful traders, this box right here is the trading day, okay? We'll call this Monday. This entire box is called Monday. This is your trading day. You have a lot of noise once that bell goes off. Soon as you hear this in the market, my beauties, let me pull it up. All the noise starts to hit, okay? So this is some of the noise that you are going to get during the trading day. You have all this noise. Boop, 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 boop. The market's doing its thing. You got candles going up. You got candles going down. Your blood pressure's up. You're sweating. You don't know what to do. You're not a trained, educated trader. You're guessing in the markets. What is this? What am I drawing, everybody? What are the circles? What do the circles represent on this chart? What do these circles represent on this chart? Come on, traders. What do those circles represent? JL Hama, Adorable Dad, Rev, Mr. Dave. Boom. I got your message, Mr. Dave. I'm going to show that, okay? I'm going to show that. I'm going to have to pull that up, though. What? So this right here, I'm going to put an X, a red X on these. These red X's are the amount of opportunities you have every day to take a successful trade in the market. Everything else around it is noise. Now, the bad trader lives in here. This is where the bad trader lives. They don't live inside the circle. They live around the circle. They lose all their trades around here, up and down. They're trying to trade everything but the kitchen sink. Look, up and down, all around. You got 5 opportunities every day. 5 opportunities every day to win in the market. That's all you got, traders. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's all you have. So the reason you are red every single month in the market is you are trading all around these circles. All around thinking you're going to get rich over and over and over. Now, that stings a little bit, traders. I get it. Hearing that hurts. Hearing that you're not a good trader hurts. But would you rather me tell you it to your face right now? Or would you rather continue on this journey of losing? Get over it. You got to get over it. Okay? In the end, our family only expects the results. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Our family, we're probably trading for, we want to make a better life for our family. They only see the results. They don't see what you go through on a daily basis as a trader. They don't care what you're going through on a daily basis as a trader. How many of you in here right now are trading to make your family's life better? Put me in the chat. If that's your reason, it may not be, but if that is your reason, you are trading and learning how to trade because you want to make your family's life better, put me in the chat. Also, my traders, we got to finish these Night Stars. We got a lot of valuable information for you today. I don't want to have to say to you, we got to hit this goal, we have to hit that goal, okay? We're only at 12,000 taps. We'll just get off. And I'll go back on to my day, okay? Adorable Dad with the Night Star. Thank you, Adorable. But I know for a fact we are going to help you, okay? So you are trading because you want to help your family. Listen to me. They don't care the pain you're going through right now. They don't know. They got their own life. Your kids are doing their own thing. Your significant other is doing their own thing every single day, okay? They only expect the results. If you don't show up with some type of positive money at the end of the month, they're going to say, what are you doing? Bill, what are you doing? You're down there all day, every day for the last year. What are you doing? Okay? Where's the results? Eventually, the results have to come. And that puts more pressure on you, and it beats you down. Oh, my God, now I got to trade. Oh, the wife is questioning me. The kids are questioning me. I get it. But thinking you're going to figure this out, you're not. You're not going to figure it out, okay? And you are still going to trade around these circles. So now let's get to work and let's get to help you. So we had the SPY yesterday. On Thursday and Friday, it was a little choppy in the markets, okay? A little choppy. Thank you, Sierra. Adorable. You. I want you all to answer this one question for me. So I'll make sure we're on the right date. And here's the question. Torres with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Torres. The market opens right here. Boom, the market opens. You're jerking around with pre-market. You got your pre-market data on. You got your post-market data on. Extended hours, shut it off. Everyone right now, open up your software. Shut off extended data. If you don't know how to do it, Google your software and it will tell you. Shut it off, okay? We are in a narrow state. We said it 100 times yesterday morning. Your state of your stock, the market was narrow yesterday. Okay? So that means you can go up or you can go down when the market presents that opportunity to you. The market presents the opportunity to you. You don't figure out the opportunity. Remember, you're just a setup trader, nothing more and nothing less, okay? The market works. You don't work. The market works. She goes up. She goes down. She goes sideways. All you do is look at that screen. She will present herself to you when you are a trained trader and said, trade me now. That's what she will do. But you are trying to figure out what it's going to do. Thank you, Shelley Stringer. Boom. Thank you, my Shelley. You are not going to figure it out. You're just sitting there waiting for her to tell you when to trade. And how do we know that? We're going to teach you that. Right now, you are in a narrow state. You open down here. You open in this position to the downside. It opens red. You do not have an event to go short to the downside out of the market. You have nothing. Nothing happened here. Zero, zilch, nothing. Okay? We are in a narrow state. We put the whip zone in place for you every single morning. When we get over the whip zone is when we make our move with an event to the upside. When we get under the whip zone is when we take our short to the downside. You're in the whip zone. You haven't done anything yet. Why are you shorting there? Here's why you're shorting there. Because you're listening to all the BS on the news. You're listening to all the BS in these crappy communities you belong to. You're listening to BS that you created in your mind. You listen to the BS that makes you think you know what you're doing. That's why you would take a short there. You don't know what you're doing. And that is why you are losing every day. You have to come and accept and embrace that fact. Okay? You have to understand that you suck at trading. Now, we have to embrace the suck, okay? We have to embrace it. We can't take our ego, because I just destroyed it on you, and go around and being mean in other TikTok lives because you can't handle that you're not a good trader. You own it. You get better. You can get better. Look at yourself in the mirror. You can get better. Do it for you. Do it for your children. Right here. My daughter's names are on this bracelet. It reminds me every day what I do is for them. You have to work hard. If you have kids, you're not living for you anymore. Those days are over. You're living for your children. What are you leaving behind to them? What are you going to leave behind there? A bunch of whiny tears? Right? You might as well record yourself. This is what I see. You ready? The market's against me today. Yeah. I know what I'm doing. It's the market. I know what I'm doing, but the market's against me. So how am I supposed to win when I know what I'm doing and the market's against me? I want you to record yourself. I want you to go back and listen to that recording and ask yourself, would you leave that recording to your children when you're no longer here? Would you let them listen to that? Think about that. The next time you go and whine, I want you to record it. I want you to say, after you listen to it back over and over and over again, you're going to start laughing. Would you leave that recording for your children? Do you want them to hear that about you? No. So it's time to get to work. Suck it up. Suck it up. Right? That's the problem we have nowadays. No one wants to dig deep. Dig deep within inside them. You know why they don't dig deep? Because they've quit everything they've started before this started. You probably opened up a business and quit. You probably quit a bunch of jobs. You complained that your boss was mean. You complained that all the customers were against you. Then you come into the market and now you're complaining about them. When's it stop? It's not them. Remember, traders, remember this box. There's a theme here. You get 5 opportunities every day to trade. All of this is just noise. You're complaining about everything around these circles because you don't know where to execute in these circles. That's the problem. And we're going to show you. So you are in the whip zone, above the whip zone, above the whip zone. Okay? The news right here. Let it settle down and trade your setups. See? Boom, boom, boom. But you're looking for FOMO because you are desperate. You got to rip the desperation off. You have to put blinders on, okay? Like a horse. Put these blinders on. And let's get to work together. I will fix your trading. I'm going to help you fix that mess. What I need you to do is stop quitting. When you quit, you're just going back to where you were. So this is the typical trader. They're all excited. They're going to become a trader. They join a community. Within a week, they say they got to do work. They turn into this. By the end of the month, they're doing this. They quit. Quitter. It's not going to be easy. You are going to go through a lot of pain. Helping you learn how to trade, because we have to go through all your bad habits. Think about this, traders. If you're a quitter all the time, all right, if you're a whiner, if you have no discipline, we have to break through all these little bad characteristics you have to make you win as a trader. You are not going to win as a trader, as a quitter, no discipline, no patience, and you whine. It's not going to happen. Impossible. It won't happen. So we have to eliminate that. All my VIP members that are in here right now, for the most part, do you still whine like you used to before you entered the VIP? Yes or no? You whine in my VIP, I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you. You're going to have a big truck barreling down at you. We are going to change you, because that's the only way I can get you to where you want to go. That's the only way I can get you to be better at this. Okay? You show me a whiner, I'm going to show you a failed trader. Not going to work. Okay? We got 3 more night stars. Let's go. So we were in a narrow state. That was on Miss Market yesterday. Now we're going to head over to AMD. AMD, I caught this long to the upside on AMD. It was just a glorious, yesterday I did so well in the markets, I don't have to trade for another 2 months. I said that's about, I don't have to trade for another 2 months, honey. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? That AMD just ripped, boy. Woof! Kevin Benhan with the Mahan with the $20 super chat. Boom! All right, AMD, what do we got? AMD. We are in a bullish neutral state on AMD yesterday. Bullish neutral. You open down here. We're bleeding out, Voss. No, you're not. The state of your stock is bullish. Get that through our heads. You were looking that way. Remember yesterday? That way. This gap down means oogats. Oogats. Goo goo gagas. This means duty before the bell opens up. Nada, zilch, we don't care. Too many novice traders look at this every morning. You're looking at the gap. We're bleeding out. The market's going down. Oh my God, the orange man. This person and that person. What are you doing? You're in a bullish, neutral state. You're in a bullish, neutral state. Okay? Yes, it is. Thank you, everybody, for those amazing night stars. The problem is so many people don't know what they're doing as traders. It is like an epidemic. It's insane, man. This is insane. It's worse than I ever thought it was. We got 3 galaxies on the board, my beautiful traders. To get in our VIP, to get me to help you do good at this, you are going to head over to thevoshtrading.com. You can type that into your browser. You can click the LINK in the BIO. Whatever you want to do. You want to click the thing in the BIO? Do that. You want to type that in? Do that. That's how you get into the VIP. Ricardo says, you already changed my mind on how the market works already. Ricardo, if you think we did that on here already, you haven't seen nothing yet. Let's go. We got 3 galaxies on the board. Let's go, my beauties. Let's go. So you were in a bullish neutral state. You're not going short. Now let's go over to Amazon. On Amazon, let's move these out of the way. These are your levels from yesterday, by the way. Look, whee, rejected. God, I love this game. You are in a narrow state yesterday. You are narrow. Woo, woo, woo. You open in the whip zone. There is no reason, Mr. Dave. Boom, with the galaxy. There is no way, traders, yesterday you were taking anything red inside that whip zone. Number one, you can't trade in the whip zone for 15 minutes. Soon as you come out with that beautiful event, it's off to the races to the upside on Amazon. But a lot of you don't know the state of your stock. A lot of you don't know the position. A lot of you know a lot about nothing. And I don't mean that to be mean, traders. You know you're guessing every day. Shelley Stringer! Boom! You know you're guessing every day, okay? But you got to know your states and positions. That was Amazon. You would have had a winner on that, okay? Let's go over to Tesla. Look at this doozy. Look at Tesla. You are narrow. You are opening down here. Down here. If you did take this short, you got to wrap it up at 405. The whole number. The whole number. See, a lot of you, when you trade that first candle of the day, let me give you an example. First candle, ding, ding, ding. You get this move to the upside, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. You're like, yes, I entered down here. Now I'm all the way up here. But what you immediately forget to do is the resistance goes out of your mind. You think this thing's just going to fly to the upside. You're like, yes, I caught it. I'm in early. Now I just sit back and watch this thing go up. No, 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 no. You have resistance levels, traders. Remember, the market cycle works on a 1-to-1. You already accomplished that on this move to the upside. Where do you think this is going? Right? On this short, where do you think this is going to go? You collect on that first candle. You're out. You got your 1-to-1. You even got your 2-to-1. But a lot of you ram right into the whole number and bam, back to the upside, and then you lose because you don't know where your support and resistance levels are. How many of you honestly can say throughout your trading day between 9:30 and 10:30, you know where your support and resistance levels are? Put it in the chat. You have to know where these are. We map them out for you. Okay, my beautiful traders? Every day I map this out for you. All your support and resistance levels. Okay? There's no reason. Remember, the cycle goes 1-to-1. Now think about this, traders. You get into a trade. You know the market cycle is going to turn on you at 1-to-1. We know that. But here's the problem. If this move is a 1-to-1 from here to here, you entered here. Remember, in the VIP, we are going to train you how to get into a trade before the momentum kicks in. I'm going to repeat that. We are going to train you when to get in before the momentum kicks in. Why do you want to get in after the momentum? That's why you're losing. You're getting in after the train left the station. Look, all aboard. Woo! The train's leaving. You're on the tracks trying to chase after the train. Let me on board. No, you got to board before the train leaves the station. Okay? So we know at 1-to-1 right here, boom, we are going to move the opposite direction. But we don't know what type of move we are going to get in the opposite direction. You understand? You don't know what's going to happen. You can get a beautiful move to the downside. Look, a nice, easy move. You stay in the trade, and boom, to the upside you go. Or the other thing can happen. You don't know. Nobody knows. You can get this move to the downside. Whammo! That knocks you right out of the water. So the market runs on a one-to-one cycle. 1-to-1. Everyone put 1-to-1 in the chat right now. 1-to-1, 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 1-to-1. Okay? That is what the cycle runs on. To get a 2-to-1 on most trades, you have to be able to withstand the pullback. It is very rare that you will get a 2-to-1 on this move. Very rare. You will have to wait and hopefully get the third leg of this back to the upside. Number 3 in the cycle. Okay? I'm not waiting for that. I'm in, I'm out. Over here, I'll get in again, and then I'm out. Why? Because I want the high probabilities. I'm not going to sit through a pullback. You don't know what kind of pullback you're going to get. I'm going to say that one more time. As a trader, we are in charge of one thing and one thing only: risk management. Me holding on this thing coming back is not me being a good risk manager, because we don't know what it's going to do. I'm taking my profit and ending that trade. Then I get another event with another correct setup, in the correct state, in the correct position. Bam! I'll take that one. I'm not holding through this. I am not doing it. Okay? How many of you in here have gotten into a trade, and then about 3 minutes later, you are now down here and you have lost that trade? And you said to yourself, if I only took my profits up here. But here's the problem. Most traders don't even know they got a 1-to-1. They're taking their profit up here because they poopy their pantalones, because most of the time it goes against them anyway. Okay? All right? Yes, look at all these yeses in the chat. Look at all this. We got one more galaxy. Wolffish, Jay, Shelly, Stringer. Who's got that last galaxy? Who's the top dog? Who's the top dog in here? Who is a top dog in here? All right, traders? Now, that brings us to the next thing. Risk to reward. And I love that so many VIP traders are in here, because they hear this over and over, and you need to hear it over and over because you forget. All right? Risk to reward. Can someone tell me in the chat, what does this mean? What does that mean? What does risk to reward mean? Suzette with the money gun! Boom! Rev with the Betty Star! Hello, Supreme. Jay Gilbert! Yes, it is! Thank you, my Gilbert. I appreciate you. How much you're willing to lose to gain? Very good, Professor Nigel. I didn't think, Nigel, anyone was going to get that on the first shot. Good job. Good job, Professor Nigel. W's in the chat for Professor Nigel. Good job, my brother. That makes me happy. See, stuff like that makes me happy. Good job, Naman Khan. That's what I want from you guys. I'm hard on you guys because I want you to win. All right? That's why I'm hard on you. Trust me, it works. All right, here we go. Risk to reward. Before you take any trade, and we're going to go to the charts on this. Let's say you're going to take this long to the upside right there. Before the green candle takes out the top of that red tail, you already know what your risk to reward is. So my question to you now is, for all the traders in here, if you enter right here, right there, how many of you know what your risk to reward is before you hit that enter button? How many, honestly, how many of you know? We got some donuts on the board, my beauties. Keep that algo going. And VIPers, before me, how many of you knew? Before me, did you know what you were risking and what your reward was right before you hit that enter button? Did you know before me? A lot of no's in here. A lot of no's in here. You didn't know before. Hell no. So you basically guessed. You were just gambling, right? For the most part, you were just gambling. Hopefully it goes up. Hopefully this works. Hopefully that works. Okay? Correct. Before you enter this long, you need to know what you're risking, because you're not going to know what your reward is to the upside if you don't know what you're risking. It is impossible. Remember, traders, we work on a cycle. We work on the market cycle. So you have to know what your risk to reward is on every entry that you take, because the market dictates your risk, not you. See, so many traders think you dictate the risk. So many traders think, well, on this trade, I'm not going to lose any more than $50. Okay, but you just entered a trade that might not make it to your $50 goal. You're risking 50, but this part of the cycle might not have enough juice to get you a $50 winner. Do you understand that, traders? Candy! Boom! All right? So when you were guessing and you were saying, okay, my maximum loss for today is $200. I'm going to take 3 trades. All right? So I am not going to lose more than $60 per trade. I'll have $20 left over just so I can go home happy when I lose these 3 trades. So if you get into a long here and you're saying, I am risking 60, this move to the upside might not have $60 in it for you to get a 1-to-1 in the cycle. So it turns over at $30 and you lose. The market will dictate every single risk of your trade. This risk on this entry will be different than that risk on that entry, okay? This short, if you take it down here, will have a different risk than this short down here. Every trade has a different risk, and you have to adhere to the risk of that trade so you can get a 2-to-1 or 1-to-1 winner, and that's how you trade. That is a real trader. Just getting into a move and saying to yourself, well, I'm in here to the upside, Voss. I hope it goes my way. And I say to you, when are you getting out of that trade? Well, I don't know. When I get a little green? So most people would be out here. The old you enter here. How many of you would have been out right there? Bam, put it in the chat. Yes or no? You enter here. How many of you, the old you, would have been out at the top of that green candle? Put it in the chat. There you go. And do you know why? Now, let me take these arrows away. Do you know why your winners are only this big? Because you're used to that trade going against you every single time. What do I mean by that? You get into a trade, wham! Goes against you. You get into a trade, wham, goes against you. You get into a trade, wham, goes against you again. Why do these all go against me, you say to yourself. And then you start taking these little itty-bitty winners. Now, this puts us into I'm not going to say the S word. I'm not even going to say it. It's a dirty word. You train yourself to do this. So what happens is, these are your winners now. Look, because I'm describing you right now, traders. These are your winners. In, out, in, out, in, out. I'm going to say that you're amazing at getting in and out. You are the scalper of all scalpers that you have created in your mind. You're in and out. Look at all these winning trades. Look at all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 winning trades in a row. Yes. Yes, we're going to Disney World. Yeah, 15 in a row. You're walking around like this down the street. You're like, what's up, baby? You need some cash? I got some Benjamins right here. I won 15 little green trades in a row. Yo, ho, 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 ho. You're driving down. You pull over for gas. What's up, man? You know me? I'm the world's greatest trader. And then the next day comes. And that's your loss. How many of these 15 trades can we put inside that loss? All of them. All of them. So you went to doing this. Yeah, baby. Yeah. To, why are you looking at me? Why are you talking to me? Yesterday, this guy was giving me $300. He was ready to give me his whole bank account. What's wrong with this guy all of a sudden? Because this trader has bad risk management. And they also get into trades and out too early because they are so used to trade going against them. They thought they figured something out here. Soon as I get a little green, I'm getting out. You think you conquered the world. If that sounds like you, say me in the chat. Me. I can't, this is about me. I can't say it loud. Me. That was me. And my wife and my girlfriends at the time would say, yeah, okay. He's got to, yeah. Okay. Boss, he's got it this time. Yeah. So one loss wipes it all out, right? You show me this type of trader, they're just gambling. They didn't invest any time to learn how to trade in the market. Zero, zilch, nada. When you join me and our VIP education community, a real trading education community, you are going to head over to, this is called Real Education. Real Education. You are going to head over to thevoshtrading.com, or you're going to click that in the bio. That'll get you to where you need to go to get into the VIP. We will welcome you with open arms. You will become part of the family, okay? And we are going to train you on how to trade properly. When you become a VIP member, you will be in a trade for the most part, on average, for a minimum of 5 minutes. What? I'm going to repeat that. When you become a VIP member, you will be in a trade, average for a minimum of 5 minutes. What? I can't stay in a trade for 5 minutes, boss. You're going to be trained on how to trade and be in a trade for 5 minutes. So a couple things are going to happen. Number one, you are going to be trained on how to be a great risk manager. Check. We are going to teach you how to lose properly. You will be addicted to losing because your losses will be small. There will be no more panic. There will be no more sweating. You don't have to put deodorant on in between trades. You're not going to pass out. You don't need a gallon of water next to you. You will become a great loser moving forward. Yes, just keep hammering those donuts. We're talking business right now. Number two, you are going to know how to enter on high probability setups. 70% of the time, I'm going to teach you where the entry is, okay? That your stock moves in the direction you want it to move in. And number three, you will be able to put your break even in on a lot of your trades. So what do we mean by all of this? Well, let's take number one first, risk management. We are going to train you when you get into a trade, you know exactly where to get out of that trade. So your losers are like that. You are going to start off, and these are your losers, because this is what you came to me with. I'm going to make your losers do this over time. Okay? These are going to be your losers over time. Once I get this under control, we can move on. But I can't move on with you until we complete this task. That is number one. That is risk management. Why? As I take a sip of my water, why are we working on this first? Anybody? Because risk is the only thing we control in the market. When we get into a trade and it goes our way, we have no control over that. The only thing we control is our risk. So risk management was number one, remember? Okay, check. We got that. Now we're going to work on your entries. When you get in, your trade will go in your direction. Well, how are we going to solve that problem, boss? Because we are going to teach you the market cycle, where to enter for a long or for a short on the market cycle correctly, because you will be trading with the cycle. You will be trading for the first time with the bloody cycle. Remember this box right here? Woo! That is your trading day. Remember these 5 circles? You will be trading in these circles moving forward to give yourself a chance of a winner. You're not going to be trading out here anymore in La La Land. All right? We're not going to be trading out there anymore. So you will learn proper market cycle. So we cleaned up your risk. Then you know market cycle. Okay? What else do we do for entries? Market cycle. You will know the state of your stock at all times. Your family and friends will be sick of you. You're going to pull up a stock and you're going to say neutral. You're going to pull up a stock on your phone, narrow. You're going to pull up a stock and say wide. You're going to be hanging out with your friends while they're surfing Facebook. You're going to be looking at charts. Neutral, narrow, that's wide. Monday, neutral, narrow, wide. What's going on with this guy? Neutral, narrow, wide. What the hell is that? Those are the states. What do you mean? They're the state of my stocks. Well, you're in California. No, not the state that I live in, the state of my stock. They're not going to have a clue, okay? So that's how we clean up entry. We have the risk. We have the entry, and now we have the break even. Are we ready? The majority of your trades, now that you can control your risk, and now you know where to enter on the market cycle, when you get into a trade, traders, and it goes against you, we will teach you when you earn the right to smack that break even in so you don't lose $1. And you move on to the next trade. The other day, I took 4 trades. 2 of them were break even. The other 2 were winners. The prior day, I took 3 trades. 2 of them were winners. 1 of them was a break even. You see where I'm going with this? You are going to become a break even master. But in the beginning, a break even to you is going to be like this. I don't want to break even. I want to win. You didn't lose anything. It's a break-even trade. It's a break-even trade. Move on to the next trade, okay? Because remember, traders, until your losers go from this to that, you're not going to be a trader. How do you expect to be a consistently green trader every month when your average losers are that? How? How are you going to do it? Can anyone tell me how? I'm going to sit and wait. Jarrell, you will learn that in the VIP, my friend. Who here? Oh, yeah, I remember this guy, the M&M fitness guy. Look, I want you to go to this guy's profile and watch him lift weights. He has a recording of him lifting weights. The guy doesn't even lift properly, and he's trying to tell you that he makes 100% every day, rinse and repeat. M&M. 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 When you do a chest press, M&M, you must squeeze at the top and pull back. On your video, M&M, I want to help you. Not only will I teach you how to trade, but I'm going to teach you how to work out. When you're like this, oh, the weight's too heavy, M&M. Okay? And take the sweatshirt off, M&M, when you're in the gym. It's already hot enough. All right? Jesus, Christmas tree. Thank you, Candy. So we got to clean up these losers. And when you break even, that is not your loser. This is your loser. You didn't lose anything. Okay? So we are going to teach you how to lose properly. You will be able to put your break even in on minimum 50% of your trades. Moves up, boom. Break even goes in. Yes, let the trade work. Woohoo! Oh, it's coming back down. Oh, break even. Okay, next setup. Okay? But right now, you can't get your break even trade in because you don't know where to enter on the market cycle and you have bad risk management currently. So it goes against you immediately. Immediately, your trade you enter goes against you because you don't know market cycle. Now you have bad risk management. You're down here and you're praying to the big Lord upstairs that you hope the trade goes back in the other direction while you're still in the trade. You see what the problem is here, folks? Do we see it? Okay? Do you understand this now? So I'm going to ask again, one-on-one Valentine. Yes, it is. Thank you. Okay? Yeah, we'll get rid of them. Correct, Gerald. Correct. Break even. Break even. Break even. Break even. Break even. Risk, risk, risk. You're going to become to the point where losing, you get numb to losing. You're just numb to it. It doesn't bother you anymore. Right now with novice traders, when they lose, this is them. Ah! No! No! If they recorded themselves when they lost a trade, you would be astonished of all these recordings we would have. They would be in insane asylums. Okay? And then the family takes the brunt of their losing. They go upstairs. How'd you do today, honey? How do you think I did? How do you think? Jesus. And then the next day, when they take their itty little bitty scalp and they won like 10 cents, how'd you do today, honey? Oh, I did great. I did great, honey. Come here, dance with me in the kitchen. Woo, woo. And then the next day, how'd you do, honey? How do you think I did? Now they're living with a nut. Right? You know who you are in the chat. You do it. You do it. Because you don't know what you're doing in the markets. You don't know state of your stock. And I'm serious. Go to that guy's profile. He doesn't know how to lift weights. I was like, oh, man. I even sent him a message telling me how to lift right. And I even hooked him up with a personal training buddy of mine who's excellent. You don't know the state of your... But he's going to tell me he knows how to trade. Jesus. State of your stock. Position. Market cycle. Okay? You need to learn these before we move any forward. Now, here's the other problem. A lot of traders don't know the characteristics of their trade. That is a whole nother discussion that you're going to learn in the VIP. You must know the characteristic of your trade. Why? Well, I'm going to show you why. I get this question asked all the time. Okay? I get this question asked all the time. Foss, yes. How do I know when I could trade through a moving average? Well, don't do it. Why? Because that's support and resistance. You're going to lose. But Voss, sometimes it goes through it. I want to be able to trade when it goes through it. Hey, Bill, why don't you learn how to trade where there's no moving averages in your way first, Bill? Because if you can't complete the A+ setup correctly, you're telling me, Bill, that you want to trade through traffic. Yeah! So, Bill, you want to learn how to short into traffic. Bill, how many successful trades have you taken? Hold on, everybody. How many successful trades have you taken, Bill, when there was no traffic? None. But you think you're going to trade going through traffic now? Yes. Okay. So when you know the characteristic of your trade, that will tell you when you can blow through a moving average. Okay? This will say, okay, this characteristic trade, and I'm not going to tell you them on here. You will learn them in the VIP. Okay? On Thursday, I took this long right here through traffic, and I got out all the way up there. Woo! How about that, Bill? Well, Voss, you did it. How come I can't? Because that was a major characteristic trade. And we're going to teach you that in the VIP. Okay? Look at that. Whammo! Was it smooth? No. That I knew it was going to have the what? What? Everyone loves to say that. The liquidity to get through? Yes. Okay? So you're just wasting your time, traders. The VIP is $50 a month. That's it. $49.99 a month. That's it. That's all you're going to pay to get into the VIP. $49.99 a month. That's it. Or you could go join M&M Fitness guy over there who doesn't even know how to lift properly and let him teach you how to trade. And we'll see you in about 3 weeks. Trapping Wall Street. Trapping. Trapping. Go join another one, okay? Okay, Google. Baby bottles in the chat. We don't have baby bottles, guys. I looked to buy some, but with the price of the teas, the TARIFFs now, the price of baby bottles went up, and so did the cost of milk, for crying out loud. So for me to fill up all these baby bottles and give all of these people baby bottles to suck on, it's going to cost a lot. Fifth Element says, listen to this man. Join the VIP. Correct. Or keep losing. He needs some milk. No, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he ain't going to make it in our VIP. That's for sure. All right, what questions do you got? Let's go. Let's finish off these last donuts. Let me answer any questions you have. Put them in the chat. Let's go. This is your time. You. This is your time, folks. Mr. Dave! Yes, it is. The Q's, you got it, Mama. Love that name, Mama's Circles. All right, here we go, my beauties. The Q's. Yesterday you want to look at? All righty, where are we? The Q's, Mama, right here, baby. This is the whip zone right there, okay? You open down here in this position. All right? You get a move to the downside. You do not have an event yet. You are trading into a whole number. We do not trade into whole numbers, Mama. You're not going to go anywhere. As we start coming back this direction, you now have your event, okay? You can take this long to the upside. But, Mama, based on your entry and your risk to reward here will determine if you have room to the 20. So if you are risking $1 per share on this long, if you entered right here, but you don't have $1 to get to the 20, then you're not taking the trade. At that case, Mama, you are going to get over the whip zone and wait for an event to take a long to the upside or another short to the downside. Just because you have a proper setup, everybody, doesn't mean that you are taking the trade. So let's say you waited 15 minutes for a beautiful setup. Okay? You get a move to the upside. You get your move to the downside. There it is. There's my flag. You're in for a long. But if your risk to reward is too big for you, it's not your trade. If you can't get to your next resistance level based on your risk to reward, it is not your trade. Not every trade is your trade. Just because you waited a long time to take that trade doesn't mean you enter the trade. Okay? The market doesn't care how long you wait. Got it? Sweet Jesus, look at that. That's a VIP here. JC, you learned that in the VIP. All right? So traders, you have to know what you're doing, my beautiful traders, okay? You have to know what you're doing. Not every trade is your trade. Remember at the beginning of the live, this is the trading day, this entire box. You only have 5 opportunities to trade. Just because you have 5 opportunities here, let me do it this way for you, doesn't mean that one of these opportunities is yours. If number 5, if the risk to reward is too big, based on your rules, you're not taking number 5. If number 1 is too big, you're not. If number 2 is too big, you're not. All you need is one. One trade per day. One. That's it. For some reason, novice traders think they got to take 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 trades a day to make money. They're not going to make any money. The more you trade, the more you lose. The more you trade the news, the more you lose. Remember, traders, you are a setup trader. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all you are. You're sitting here waiting for setups. Daddy, yes, beautiful. That's my daughter. What are you doing? Just waiting for a setup. Okay. Can I sit on your lap while we wait for setups? Sure. I love when she comes down because she keeps me company while I wait for my setups. I'm not sitting here like this. Oh my God, is this one? Here you go. Up and down, up and down. Here's one, up and down. I'm not watching every little move of a candle. Up, down. Oh, hi, hi, hi. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's go. Daddy, hold on, honey. I'm navigating the market. Hold on, I'm navigating the market. Daddy, I got to tell you something important. I just poopied my pants. Hold on. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's another candle. Whoa, there's another one. We got a lot of work to do. All right? We got a lot of work to do. You are going, what are we at? 90. We didn't even break 100 taps. Can we hit 120 taps real quick? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Go! Everyone, tap it out. Let's go, my beauties. Tap it out. Yes, it is. All right. You are going to head over to thevoshtrading.com to get into our VIP. We will welcome you with open arms in there. We will give you a big hug. And we're going to help you become a great trader. That's just the bottom line. Okay? We are going to help you become a great trader because in the end, that is your goal. You are going to have to fight to become a really, really good trader. You're going to have to fight, guys and girls. This isn't easy. All right? But if you think you've got what it takes and you want to change your life and you have a strong why, remember, a strong why, there's got to be a reason that you want to trade. And one of these reasons isn't, I want to make money. Well, duh. Everyone wants to make money. That's not a strong why. I can go Uber and make money. Okay? I can do anything. Who loves the VIP? If you love the VIP, put red hearts in the chat. If you love the VIP, put red hearts in the chat. Let's go, my beauties. Yes, I love it. VIP. I love my VIP family. I spend more time with you guys than anybody else. You do realize that, right? We love you. Yeah! VTE! VTE! That's Vosh Trading Education. VIB! We are going to help you. All right? Sometimes we got to be a little tough, but if, you know. Didn't you have parents that, you know, were a little tough? No. I love you, Lino. I love you, my brother. Powder! Striker! We got to do roll call. Let's do it. Here we go, my beauties. Are we ready? Keep tapping. See if you can get us to 200,000. You can do it if you all tap together. Are we ready for roll call? Powder! Suzette! Striker! Julio! Mr. Dave! Samo! One-on-one Valentine! Davian! Candy! Hammer! Trey Mister! Rev! Mr. Dave! Big Wheezy! Oh, wow, desserts! Thank you, Mr. Dave. Mama, Mr. D, Candy, again, adorable. K. Braden, Jay Gilbert, Rev. By the way, adorable, when we were talking to that M&M fitness guy, remember? There it is again. You know what I'm talking about, adorable. There's the fitness guy again. Wolfbits, Jade, Shelly, Garcia, Chalet Stringer, Salvez Cruz, Sierra, J.L. Haba, Rasman World. It's all the fitness people that think they're great traders. If for some reason, they have to lie. I don't know why. They pick things up and put them down. That's why. Rasman World, Mr. Dave, Marcus, Secret Squirrel, Andrew the Believer, K. Braden, Official KK, Sierra, Suzette, Wrangle, Hammer, Andrew the Believer. Thank you, everybody. I love you. We will welcome you, all the new VIP members, soon as I get done. Have a fabulous day. Make the world a better place. Give somebody a hug today. Okay? Give somebody a hug today. And we'll see you soon. Have a great one, everybody. We're at 111 taps. Next time we go live, we got to do 200 every single day. That is the goal we have to set for ourselves. I'm going to keep an eye on this.